Is that what have the argument?
Yes.
You said serious argument.
No, you said serious. Will you shift? Shift that end. I don't like you sitting close to me. Shift like
it adjusts.
only adjust. Shift.
You need shift in keyboard.
You only need shift in keyboard. It's shift already in keyboard.
But what?
I think shift, right?
Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year.
Hi, everyone.
Last time we posted was November, and we thought to do a video today, and we'll be discussing on siblings, the physical and spiritual responsibilities that we do to or pay to each other. Right? So beside me, we have my other sister. I mean, you can guess it already. It's my other sister, and I think the difference is just 1 year. It's not 1 year. How many years?
Calculate the beauty you see.
Okay, it's 3 years.
Right.
3 years difference.
Can 1 year do the job?
3 years difference. And her name is Ishioma Okpokpo, aka Augustina. I like that name, Augustina. It's small thing. Augustina.
Do I?
Anyway, so she's our August visitor. So we're discussing, like I said, siblings, and the physical and spiritual responsibility. Okay, our anchor scripture is from the book of 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 9 to 10. I don't use my phone. Let's open it. Alright. Let us read. 1 Chronicles 4, verse 9 to 10.
I'm there, should I read?
Yes, if you are there, tell me. Not that one. If you are there, then maybe the ends. Alright.
Okay, 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 9 to 10. And Jabez was more honorable than his brethren, and his mother called his name Jabez, saying, because I bear him with sorrow. And Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, oh, that thou wouldest bless me indeed, and enlarge my coast, and that thine hand might be with me, and that thou wouldest keep me from him, that it may not grieve me. And God granted him that which he requested.
The answer is Alright, so with message translation, it says, Jabez was a better man than his brothers, a man of honor. His mother had named him Jabez, saying, a painful birth. I bore him in great pain. That's the meaning of the name Jabez. And Jabez cried to the God of Israel. I think Jabez would have understood that he was born, like he was named a very
unique name.
a very unique name. I was like, no. So he was like, you have to go and meet God, and then he cried to God and saying, oh, that you would bless me. Let me read the message translation. Okay, it said, bless me, oh bless me, give me land, large tract of land, and provide your personal protection. Don't let evil hurt me. God gave him what he asked for. So this topic came to mind since last year, but because of so many other things, we could not shoot this video. But thank God we are here today, and I know that it's actually a very important topic very important that we discuss this particular topic. We focus much on mothers and their fathers, parents and children, focus more on mentor and mentee, but I think we also need to look at issues that arises between siblings. That's why. So I have 7 wonderful questions as inspired by the Holy Ghost to ask Miss Choma here. So she will be giving us the answers to those questions. Meanwhile, before that, we actually did a video last year. I think a video on kingdom parenting. So I will just put the link on the description below, so you can go back and then watch the video all over again. They actually give you more insight about what we're about to discuss here. So Ishoma, your first question. So, do you think it was God's intentional plan to invent siblings? Like this idea of siblings? Do you think it was God? Do you think that God thought that, okay, aside mother, might not be alone, this and that, I think then there's something that do it. It's an importance to having brothers and sisters. Why?
Then you,
Yes.
I overwhelm me.
Yes. Why do you think so?
I think it's God's intentional plan to have siblings because, well, maybe answer this question. Oh, God. Okay, it's God's intentional plan to have siblings. Remember, even when Eve gave birth, she gave birth to Cain and she also gave birth to Abel. So yeah, God naturally doesn't want man to be alone, but siblings, having siblings around you is okay. It's always important to have people around you.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually God's intentional plan to have siblings, have people around. Like siblings are like one of the first sets of people you get to meet. Like it's where you get the first experience of being amongst people.
Yeah. The first. Yeah, I think that's
Aside your parents,
Yeah.
aside your parents. Okay, you know that your parents gave birth to you, there's an attachment and all of that, but being amongst people, I think siblings provides you with that opportunity aside you and your parents. Yeah.
So that is to say that it is an intentional idea because a conscious effort that okay, the time we did that. Yes, siblings actually. But what if in a family where you have just one person, one child?
We have one child.
But does it change the fact that siblings are their own different?
And if it wasn't intentional, if it wasn't, if it was not important, God would have created. Probably every parent would have had one child.
One child. When they do that China policy.
But there's nothing wrong with actually having
Yeah.
just a child. But having siblings have
Own
have
benefits.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the side.
All right. So how many siblings do you have in your family?
Hey,
How many siblings do you have?
my mother gave birth to 5 children, so I have 4 siblings.
4 siblings. What position? What's the position in the family?
I am a fourth daughter.
Pride come before you.
For achievements.
And 4th daughter.
Yeah.
All right. And that's our third question, right? Yeah. So how do you manage that position? That means you have people above you and you have some below. So how do you manage?
Might also be the fourth one, but anyway, I'm not the fourth one. I'm the third one. I have 2 other brothers and 2 younger sisters. How do I manage the people above me and the
Yeah.
people
How do you
that came
manage
after
it
me?
spiritually and physically? How do you manage that position? What do you do? Do you think that you have something, you have a topic to play to both the ones above you and those below you?
You know the African culture, being the fourth daughter, naturally you're born into responsibilities. Quite alright. So even after you're being born, you know that okay, I'm the fourth daughter, so the younger ones are my responsibilities. Especially when the younger ones are girls, they're my responsibility. Even if they are guys as well. But you being the first is something in this African culture, you carry responsibility. So how did I manage being the first daughter or having being the third child, having the elderly ones and having younger ones? It naturally, it's not even easy living with people. It's naturally not easy living with people. But I'm getting to understand people, getting to understand their temperaments, knowing them, just getting to understand their temperaments, and also respecting people, irrespective of what position you are born into at the end, irrespective of what position you find yourself. I mean, respecting people also helps you a whole lot. And spiritually, yes, I don't think you have to be the first, the second, the third. I don't think it matters what position, basically. Okay, yes, there are positions attached spiritually. You hear, pray for your firstborn child, pray for this, that, and all that. But I'm saying, this is what I'm trying at. I'm saying that whatever position you find yourself in your family, you don't have to be the first position to take up matters on behalf of your siblings, on behalf of the family, spiritually. You don't have to be the first one to do that. You don't have to be the last one to do that, or the first son or the first daughter to do that.
You have to be tag before you can think that
you truly love your family, you love your siblings, you can take up that position, that responsibility spiritually, pray for them and all this. Yeah.
So we read First Chronicles 4 verse 9 to 10, and I read that because we noticed that Jabez wanted things to change. He noticed the way things were going. Now I'm sure he might have been suffering and see some things that might be affecting him, and then he attached those problems to his name, and it was like, oh, my mother begged me this name, bought me this name, or my mother gave me this name because she felt pain, and then she just gave me that name in Jabez, and then it was intentional, and he meant to meet God. And then he wanted change. Okay, there's one thing to be in a position, another thing to want to change. So especially those that leave the house, let's say they're going to school and they be like, oh, this is the way of escaping some kind of responsibility, this is the way of escaping the pressure and everything, the noise, and then they have young girls that are like burden to them. Not to see you begin to feel kind of burden from your family, your loved one. Just check it out. You need to actually attack it immediately. So we're going to our next question. Okay, how do you handle? I know you have. Okay, we have two. You have two elder brothers and two younger sisters, right? So how do you handle being a younger sister to your brother? Now boy to girl. How do you handle that?
How do I handle being a younger sister to my brothers?
Meanwhile, shout out to Ugochukwu engineer. I love that tag. Engineer Ugochukwu Lucky, and shout out to Mr. Raphael. Hey bro. Sabi Raf.
Okay. So how do I handle being a younger sister to my brothers? Make it sound like they are okay. I said it in the beginning that learning to understand people helps you work better with people. So I learned to understand my brothers quite simple. And as they learn to understand my brothers, they learn to
Why
understand
you like this? I understand my own brother. Okay, fine.
I need your consciousness.
I had issue actually understanding my brothers, our brothers. I had issue. I think we're not really. I was close to Branko.
It's very natural. I was close to me and Branko were close before later on. Me and Branko not getting close.
Yeah, I was close to Branko. Just last year, I started getting close, and I'm like, what actually happened? Like we're just so apart. Maybe because of school, and then he left the country and all that. I think that's because of I was really interfered.
I think one thing that usually happens, and it happens a lot in many cases. Like the immediate ones, I don't know why it didn't happen with you. You having issue with everybody. But I don't know if it happens with you and your siblings as well. Like maybe there are four of them, like four children or something. The firstborn and the thirdborn relate. The second and the fourthborn relate. But the second and the first and the second don't relate. Or the second and the third don't relate. Or the third and the fourth don't relate. But it's just the first
and then jump one.
Jump one. The next one relates.
It's very common.
It's very common, right? Even when you go to like boarding schools, you notice that
SS3 and SS1 relate.
SS3 and SS2 don't relate.
That's true.
See finish the problem. The other ones have seen their immediate elderly ones finish. So they don't think they should accord them the right respect. They don't think they should accord them the same respect. But anyway, this is my point. They learning to understand people plays an important role. It was me and my eldest brother related a lot because me and my immediate elder brother, we always fight. Always arguing. I remember the time I stood up to him and then he gave me slap. When he gave me that slap, I sat down and I had to rethink. You don't need to show yourself through fights. The other needs
That is not for the sweet.
The other needs to change yourself. But anyway, okay, that apart, it's very important to understand people. My immediate elder brother is the kind of person that likes his space, likes things done his way and all of those things.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect, and I'm not perfect in that. We had issues in the sense that I didn't just like the fact that he liked his things done his way. Done. But somehow, in a way, I didn't like it, but over time, I think I became that kind of person that likes my things done. And like it was a central issue, one of the main issues we have, one of the main things we were always arguing about. And somehow, I I think I was also taking that, like, I also took
The
that
kids
part,
around
yes. With time, I learned to drop those things and all of those things. But I learned to understand, basically, I learned to understand them. I learned to understand them. And when I learned to understand them, they also got to understand me. Yeah, I think.
I used to envy, sincerely speaking, I used to envy our relationship with my brothers because mine was not like that. Mine was more like tug of war with my second one. But recently, I think I sat down to think about I and Raphael's relationship, and I think one of the things that happened was prayer. I prayed about it, then I spoke to him. Okay, so I rather did something to me when I was younger, like he treated me in a way that I was not, like I think I was not important. So I carried this when I was young till last year. You know, even tongue speaking Christian. I was carrying it in my heart. I was like carrying that off out. In my mind I've forgiven him, but I've not forgotten the pain that came along with that event. So I've actually not forgiven him, because forgiveness means that you have to forgive the pain that came along with that particular event. So I have tried to I pushed it aside, then I did not forgive him. So recently we spoke about it, and then I think we had a discussion that day in that house, and then I just blotted it out. I was like, that had been beating me now, small and everything. And then he just sat down, looked at me, and was like, I'm sorry. And for the first time, that I'm sorry sounded like I said, no, it is finished. And I mean, because I said, then like, that was what I wanted for a very, very long time, you know. And then he apologized, and ever since then, I had to sit down, like, was it worth it? Was it worth the, or do I have to wait and make somebody else to be in control of my emotions and what I think? So I had to sit down, like, work, and I noticed that I had to work on myself, that, okay, I don't have to give somebody so much power over my own emotions, and it really helped me. And now, even not about the money that it seems to me, but I'm very, very, very glad that we are now, like, talking more, we are gisting more. Normally, Rafi is a person that like private life, okay? Like keeping his things to himself. Like, he don't want to know too much, that kind of private person. But nowadays, he's becoming more open, and then I think, you know, he wants to allow you into his space, that kind of thing. And you don't know what somebody else might be going through, you know. So we just try to adjust and try to, you know, slowly. But that's not about me, it's about her. So let me not talk too much. So our next question is so that's to you and our brother. So to you and me now. How do you handle having a wonderful sister like me? How do you handle, and then Precious, our last born? Shout out to Precious. If you see this video, you should go and watch it 10 times. So shout out to Precious. So yes, answer the question.
Oluchi over here. Oluchi,
Time for people to know me.
is a lot. Oluchi is a lot. Let me put it that way. Very stubborn. No.
When I was young, when I'm grown.
Now you are Christianly stubborn.
Alright. Yeah,
Okay, Oluchi, very stubborn. I think I don't have the words to say. But growing up, you really went through, like, you had a lot of experiences. Like, I don't know if it's the stubbornness that caused it or the stubbornness was the effect of it. I think it was both ways. Yeah, and then you always had issues with elderly ones and all, and then many times you get beaten and all of those things. You got beaten, and many times we want to look away, but somehow, yeah, God just, God just has his way of doing things. Like, I want to look away and like, this girl not hearing more. Don't do this, don't touch this. That's the exact thing. If the one they say should not do, that's the exact thing she would, that's the exact thing she would do. And then they will beat her for it. The beating is not entering her head. And then I'll still go back and talk with her. And then many times we've had discussion. They say, no, God does not love her. I'm like, if God doesn't love me, I'm not going to sit down for you and fully they talk. I'll sit down here and be talking with you. Because I want to look away, but I don't have this peace of mind or rest of mind looking away. So I maybe because of the thought I've always had from little that my siblings are my responsibility. Every single one of them, my older ones, my younger ones. So yes, God helped me in every way, spiritually and all.
Mom, yeah, time
Mom,
we go to school, I won't be like, oh, the sister hand me are going home. Look after her, you are going home.
yes. In fact, parents play a very important role in
Bond.
how
Sibling
siblings
bond,
relate.
yeah.
It's one thing that I've noticed over time. Parents play a
Very,
very
very
important
careful
role.
of what you see. I think at the time, let me share a bit of a story. The time that we were going to school, and then okay, she went first. I think we have an exam at the Best Foundation. And then, so why I was at home. So my dad gave us our feeding money to eat. I think that time 15 naira could buy a plate of rice with spaghetti and meat. 15 naira. But that thing was 100 naira. So he gave me 120 naira. He gave Ishima 70 naira and gave me 50
I
naira.
can remember the amount.
Yes, now. So we can tell you regretted what I did. So I was going to school. I saw egg roll 15 naira then. I bought egg roll with my own money. It made 70 naira. I told me to keep my sister the money. I shot the money. I ate everything, and that was very very rough. So I actually used the money, and then when I got to I got to us, we were going to the same school, primary school. And she was like, wait, she gave me in class. She was like, where is the money that they gave? That did not give me. That did not give me. What did I
They
say?
said you thought the money was for you.
I thought the money was for me. Like in my mind, I think I had somebody else tell me that you know that money was not for you. You know it was not for you. But I lied that I was actually that stubborn. So stubbornness is not actually a good thing. It's not actually. I'm still thinking if it's a good thing or not. But then I think
Be stubborn for the right cause.
yes, for the right cause. So I think being stubborn is not really not really it is not a good thing. Especially when it comes to you kind of like create a kind of bad image about you. So I think that's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing. So what of Too Precious?
Okay. To
The last
Precious.
one of the house.
Okay, how I related with Precious. Well, I've always watched Precious grow since she was little.
Happy child.
Yeah, she has always been this happy child and all. Yeah, many times when mom is not around, I've always been the one taking care of her.
Like second mother.
Yes.
Second mother of Precious.
My kid.
I think if you bath her.
This now, bathe her, feed her, all of those things. I try to give, for my siblings, I try to give everyone their space to grow, to get to know yourself. I understand that you are this person and Precious is this person. Precious is not you. You are not Precious.
Yeah.
So I've been saying in
And
the
she
beginning,
accepting that.
I've been saying, like I said in the beginning, understanding people, each individual is important. You will know how to relate with each individual when you understand them. You can't correct or make people change if you've not even understood who they are. Like if you don't understand what they are about and all of those things. If you can't come to understand, if you don't come to see them, yeah, you can't change them. So if you are seeing all you are seeing is the bad side of a person, you may not be able to change the person if you don't really see, because some people might be showing off the bad side, not basically because they love showing off the bad side, but because they are reacting to something. So if all you see around them is the bad side about them, then how can you effect the change? You may address them or come to them with a judgmental mindset. And then
Hi there, my name is Esther. I'm one of your hosts at Inspire Book Club. I just want to state one or two facts or information about Inspire Book Club in case you're interested. Inspire Book Club is a community of readers who read books ordained by God, and every book we read is a season filled with encounters. I have experienced it personally, so I know what I'm talking about. It's a place where we learn, we unlearn, and relearn. In Inspire Book Club, there's no way you feel alone because you have people surrounding you. So if you're interested, kindly send a DM to the number below. I hope to see you soon. Trust me, you want to be part of this community.